welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank y'all so much for coming back. I do appreciate it. I'm in the car again. You guys know I have 3 children. I'm all over the place this summer, but I do like to take the time to just record a couple of videos just talking about finance and investing. I am an investor like you. I share the accounts. Take a look at a lot of my previous videos so that you can get caught up on our story. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary, but I do show real numbers to show you guys, you know what, don't blindly follow after me, but rather take the principles that I've learned from Warren Buffett and Peter Lynch and just a lot of the great investing goats, Jack Bogle, etc., and just, you know, apply those. And then I think if you can be consistent, research and understand what you're doing, you know, it can work for you too. So I wanted to share or talk today about a couple of requests I've been getting for this specific type of video, and I've been seeing them around YouTube, and I really have been enjoying them, and I think it's a conversation we need to have. And we're going to be talking about why looking poor is important. And when I'm talking about poor, I'm not talking about like a homeless person or, you know, a bag lady or something like that. And I do believe that we need to be a little bit more compassionate towards those types of people. But I'm talking about what society views and deems as poor. Like if you don't have the latest, you know, high-end designer stuff or the fanciest car or anything like that, then you must be poor. According to society. And my thinking is actually then inverse. I believe that, you know, by not wearing, you know, a designer that has their name sprawled all over my clothes, or having the latest and greatest car, etc., I'm actually using the money that I would have spent there to actually invest more, to save more, to pay off debt, to actually build wealth and achieve financial freedom. So I believe, in my personal opinion, that looking poor, according to what society says, is actually a great thing. One thing that I've learned being around people that actually have money, like for real money, one thing that I've learned, and just being a first-generation millionaire, is that most of them do not wear their wealth. A lot of them, now don't get me wrong, you can have nice regular clothes on. Like I like to shop at Macy's, and a lot of the things that I get from Macy's don't have a designer sprawled all over it. I do believe in buying good quality clothing so that I'm not buying clothes all the time. Also love to shop at Goodwill, so nothing is like, you know, beneath me when it comes to that. But I feel like I don't need to have, I can't even imagine spending $1,000 on a belt, like a Gucci belt. I just, in my mind, now if I was Warren Buffett rich, then maybe that would be a little bit different. And that's just being honest. But, you know, $1,000 on a Gucci belt that I may wear once, to me, is not winning. Okay, so if it means that I look poor by just getting, I would think, just a normal, well-made 100% leather belt, then that's fine. I don't try to live up to society's demands of what is rich, right? Because a lot of people who are rich, according to society, don't really have much of anything. And I talk to several of you who are in the banking industry or finance industry, and you tell me all the time that you see people that on the outside look rich, have the latest and greatest cars, the latest and greatest gadgets, the biggest house, but have nothing. And a lot of times those people are in debt up to their eyeballs. And again, if you have to have debt because, you know, life happens, right? The roof cave in, you have a health crisis, that's different. We all know what we're talking about here, right? And I just wanted to encourage a lot of you that despite what you see on Instagram and TikTok and wherever else, and even in your real life, your neighbor, on the job, another family member, you don't have to feel like you have to live up to that. Because let me tell you, I spent my entire 20s, I'm 39, I'm about to be 40 in 2 months, September. And we started this journey, my husband and I, at age 30. And when I tell you, we have changed our thinking so much. And if you have not read the book, The Psychology of Money, I would 100% suggest you do. The audio version of that book is on YouTube for free. So you can actually listen to it while you're driving or cleaning or cooking or whatever. Whenever you have like some downtime, just listen to the audiobook, because one of the things that helped us is shifting how we think about money. Remember, when you grow up like we did not have a lot. We were using food stamps in the books. Like there was no card when you got food stamps. They were in like the little books and all of that. You know, I know how it feels to, you know, struggle so much, and then you're trying to figure out how to get to the next step when it comes to your finances, and you see yourself constantly regressing every time you try to take a step forward. And I realized you have to change this. You have to change your views on money. Let me just tell you guys, money is not an evil thing. It's the love of money that will make people do the craziest things in the world. But money, when used right, can actually be a blessing to a lot of people. A lot of people. And you know, this whole idea of it's not the coolest or not the hippest thing to, you know, to not be rich according, again, to society. Remember, society deems poor as you don't have, you know, a BMW. If you have that and you love it and you can afford the payments, kudos to you. I'm not hating on you at all. But most people that have them, this is according to statistics, this is according to data, this is according to a lot of you that talk to me here. Most people that have it truly cannot afford it. They are car poor. They are house poor. They are indebted to credit card companies. And so to me, looking poor according to society, I fully embrace. Okay, hashtag embrace. I fully embrace it because first off, I think, and this is just being honest, I think a lot of the fancy high-end designer stuff look ugly, and that's just being honest. I got this dress from Marshalls. I love Marshalls. I love TJ Maxx. I like Macy's. I like Ross. Oh, I love Ross. If you have a good Ross in your area, to me that's like hitting the jackpot. I'm just being honest with you guys. And so there's nothing wrong with, you know, being wise with your money, choosing, you know what, instead of going out and buying this because somebody else have it, I'm going to save my money. Do you guys see the economy that we're in right now? Do you see inflation? Let me tell you, inflation don't care about designer, nothing. Your utility company, your mortgage company, your landlord don't care about designer anything. They want their money the first of the month or when that bill is due. So one of the things that we do to kind of prevent ourselves from falling into this hole, because let me tell you, like I said, I started at 30. So my entire 20s was doing this. I was rich according to society, but about to get evicted several times, dodging collection companies, taking out a 401k. I wish, like, that's one of the biggest things I regret that I did, really cashing in something like that, because the potential growth that we would have achieved at almost 40 would have been monumental. But again, I don't dwell on the past. I learn from it, and then I move forward trying to, you know, tell others, please don't make the same mistakes that I did when I was in my 20s. You don't think 40, you know, is right around the corner, because, you know, when you're 25, 40 is 15 years away. But my daughter will be 18 in a few months. I remember when I was pregnant with her. So how did I go from being pregnant and having her to she's about to be 18, licensed driver, going to be starting college next year? Like, how does time move by so fast? But it really does. So we want to make sure that instead of trying to follow the latest and greatest trends that society say we need, focus on building up your assets. Focus on making sure that you are protecting yourself and your family from a job loss, from, you know, a health crisis. God forbid somebody gets cancer. I've had 2 breast surgeries for lumps that was removed. So imagine if you couldn't work for a while, right? And you're on maybe short-term disability. Well, that may not cover all of your bills. Maybe you have a lot of children. Maybe you have people relying on you, you know, so having an emergency fund, paying off debt, these are ways we are really rich. In reality, not according to society. And like I said a few minutes ago, one of the things that I do to try to prevent myself from falling down that hole, because I'm human. At the end of the day, I'm human. One of the things that I do to prevent myself from trying to be rich according to society and following the Joneses is I limit how much I spend online. So I'm not on TikTok. I am not on Facebook. If you see fake accounts on there, they're fake. Please report them. I try to report them, but as the channel grows, you know how it is. Scammers pop up, fake pages pop up. So the more of you that report it, the better. So again, I'm telling you, I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Facebook. And the reason why is because I don't want to make myself, you know, I don't want to put myself at risk for seeing something, right? TikTok shop. I mean, there's so many things you can constantly buy all the time. I think in the past, I've bought maybe 1 or 2 things from Tmall, and then I uninstalled the app because I saw myself like, okay, you're going back down a hole. So I got back out the hole and I uninstalled the app. I only put 2 videos out on YouTube because if I do that, I can stay off YouTube, you know, and not get tempted. Same with Instagram. I schedule my posts, I schedule my videos so that I can spend half of my waking hours in reality, grounded in my real life. If you have flashiness, that is what is rich. And if you don't, then according to society, you're poor. But let me tell you, okay, that's okay with me. That's okay with me, because I know that if something happened to us, God forbid, we don't have to stress and worry about what are we going to do to pay our bills? What are we going to do to eat? And this is all without having to rely on the government. Now, if it's there and we need it, we would take advantage of it. But to be able to just sustain and support ourselves, that is where true wealth or riches is not in wearing or eating like Uber Eats and all that. Now, if you go into the grocery store, I spend money at Whole Foods and things like that, because again, I'm eating better, taking care of myself. I'll be 40 soon. But I'm talking about McDonald's and Wendy's and all that, which is fine. Burger King, Chick-fil-A, and I love Chick-fil-A, and I have it every once in a while, like maybe twice a month. And it's just, I try to get the kids meal when I go, or I love their salads. But it's like, when you're doing it all the time, you're going to Starbucks and Dunkin' all the time, you're eating your money, you're wearing your money, you're driving your money. Before I go, this is a longer video, but the car that I drive is a 2012 Honda Odyssey. This car has over 100,000 miles, right? I have children. As much as we try to prevent it, look, they will find a way to destroy, to peel, to scratch, to whatever, to your car. It doesn't matter, okay? But that's okay, because my car is lifting and I'm not buying a new one. On the outside of my car, scratches. People who don't put their shopping carts back and they roll into my car, scratch it up. Or people who will park right next to me, so when they open their door, they hit my car, and so it leaves scratches. But even with all of that, I'm driving this car. We keep it up, and we're going to drive it literally until the wheels fall off. Why? Because I don't have a car payment. Our insurance policy every 6 months for our cars is about $550. You can't beat that, right? And so I'm going to keep driving this, and the money that we would have spent, I have two things I do with it. I have a new car fund, like a new certified car when we need one, and I save money. That's pretty much what I do, or invest some of it. That's pretty much what I do in lieu of a car payment. When in doubt, if you think, you know what, I'm less than because, society says I need to drive a fancy car, I'm a first generation millionaire who is driving a 2012 car. Okay, so again, guys, give me some feedback down below. What do you think about being poor according to society? I'm embracing it. And plus it's also safe too. You don't want to be out here with the latest and greatest stuff and you're, at risk of being robbed. That's just the world we live in now. But let me know down below, what are your thoughts when it comes to this? Have you been in this situation before where you were trying to be rich according to society and it backfired like it did on me? Let me know down below so we can chat. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Smash notification bell so that you don't miss an upload every time I post a video. And until next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.